X-ray vision?
Men, you've come here today dressed for battle.
Boy, you got a lot of pepperoni in your bread.
Get Little Caesars free pepperoni bread and 2 pizzas with extra pepperoni for $7.98.
Pizza.
And get free chocolate.
Try this, Baron. Child's play.
85 montre shape, picked by a man with 1 leg. Your turn.
The tea is Darjeeling, but the water's from a spring in Tibet. Your turn.
Distinctive real cola taste. Diet Coke.
Close, but not close enough.
Caffeine-free Diet Coke. Great cola taste. No caffeine.
Here help.
I'm Paul Major.
And I'm Diana Pierce. Coming up, criminals target an elderly man not once, but twice, just hours after he gets out of the hospital.
Also, suspicions that someone killed 5 small dogs and tried to dump them out of sight.
And in the extra, a remarkable family that'll amaze anyone, even if they're not parents.
KARE 11 News is next.
On a show with Dana Delaney and Pat Benatar. Then from the other coast and proud of it comes Dave with Tim Robbins and Winona Judd tonight.
Saturday's a playoff rematch day on NBC. First, the Pacers battle the Celtics. Then the Lakers collide with the Trailblazers. An NBA playoff doubleheader Saturday.
Next, on the 5th corner.
He's erasing me. I am not crazy.
Are you my mother?
Oh, my God, that's him.
You shouldn't have come back. It'll appear that it could be a suicide or the results of a domestic squabble. Do it. Do it.
Stay tuned next for KARE 11 News at 10. Later, it's truth or consequence. Is it the beginning of a friendship for Carla and Diane? Or is it the foundation for a new battle to add to the war? Find out on Cheers at 10:35.
NBC, home of the '92 Summer Olympics.
These are fantastic lawn mowers. But how do they compare to the new Scott's Turfmaster mowers? Well, these are hard to move around. And you need 10 to the acre. Now look at the Scott's Turfmasters. This 5-speed, self-propelled mulch and bag mower has a Briggs & Stratton overhead valve engine. And this tractor mower handles corners like a dream. Best of all, you can only buy them at Kmart, so you know you won't get fleeced.
People who need people.
See what happens when Diane and Carla really let their hair down next time on Cheers.
Friday at 10:35 on KARE 11. They're here. The all-new vans from Ford. Redesigned, refined. America's best-selling vans for 20 years just got better. With new looks, larger interiors, even airbags. They're all redesigned. Commercial vans, conversion vans, and Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, Ford Club Wagon. Plus, for a limited time, you may qualify for up to $1,000 cash back on a new Ford van. They're here. The all-new vans from Ford. Hurry to your local Ford dealer now. From your 24-hour news station, this is Paul Majors, Diana Pierce, Jeff Passolt, and meteorologist Paul Douglas. And this is KARE 11 News at 10.
Good evening. We begin tonight with a story about criminals who prey on innocent people.
73-year-old Woody Landry is the victim. After a year in the hospital, he was robbed twice within hours of his release. In a moment, evidence that someone may have destroyed several dogs, then dumped them in a place where they were unlikely to be found. Also, a happy ending to a story that began in tragedy earlier this week in Wisconsin. And we'll meet the Minnesota man who created one of the Elvis stamps that's now getting so much attention around the country.
But our top story is about 73-year-old Woody Landry of South Minneapolis. He should have been celebrating tonight because just 2 days ago he was released after a year in the hospital. But since then he's been targeted twice by robbers. KARE 11's Bernie Grace reports they took all his cash and even a welcome home gift.
73-year-old Woody Landry got out of the hospital Wednesday. Yesterday morning, 2 women managed to get into his house by posing as nurses. But after taking his pulse, they took more.
She grabbed me and said, "I'm taking your money." And she knew I couldn't fall, I couldn't get up. You know, and there was nothing I could do. I just let him get out the door.
Only 24 hours after yesterday's robbery, Landry had another visitor. He was at the window, banging on it, holding up a piece of paper, claiming he was a detective here to investigate yesterday's robbery. So Landry let him in, only to find out today's visitor was also a robber. And he threatened to stab Landry if he didn't comply with his orders.
And then he said, "I'm not looking, give me your money. I don't have a penny." I said, "Everything I had was taken yesterday." And then he continued, he said, "I'm going through the drawer. I'm not leaving here till I find your money." I said, "They got it all yesterday."
Failing to get any money, the robber grabbed Landry's new microwave he had gotten from his nephew yesterday. The robber fled, leaving only the manuals on how to use it. Landry wonders if someone who knew he was being released from the hospital was responsible for yesterday's holdup. And he thinks maybe someone listening to police calls on a scanner may have heard about yesterday's robbery, and that's who hit him today.
It doesn't pay to live anymore in this area.
One thing's for sure, Landry says after being taken 2 days in a row, no one will get into his house unless he knows who they are. In Minneapolis, Bernie Grace, KARE 11 News.
Hospital officials say an investigation turned up no wrongdoing by hospital personnel. One of Woody's friends wants to establish a bank fund to help him. Information about where to send contributions will be available on Monday. An Anoka County woman has made a suspicious and gruesome discovery near Dayton.
She found the remains of 5 dead dogs that have apparently been dumped in a marsh. A local dog groomer found the remains 3 weeks ago. The dogs have been dumped in swampy, shallow water near South Diamond Lake Road. Whoever dumped the animals apparently cut off their ears first. Dog groomer Karen Herman says she thinks the animals look like greyhounds.
Greyhounds have tattooed ears, and when they are disposed of like this, they cut them off so they can't be traced and things. So they're gone.
A Coon Rapids veterinarian saw the dogs and says he believes they're whippets, a breed which resembles greyhound puppies. The woman who found them says if no one removes them by tomorrow, she'll take them to the University of Minnesota for autopsies.
History will be made in St. Paul this July when women are expected to join the fire department for the very first time. City officials say 11 of the city's 42 new firefighters will be women. 2 of the women have previous experience and after a short training period will join the department in July. The other 9 begin training next month and will start work this fall.
They seem to be making an honest effort to change things, and with the new fire chief, I'm hoping all will go well. We won't have any trouble.
They're being hired to do firefighting, and they're going to be doing firefighting right alongside their male counterparts.
The firefighters start training in mid-May. It'll last 12 weeks.
Some of Minnesota's best musicians are trying to put some pressure on their bosses tonight. Members of the Minnesota Orchestra handed out leaflets before tonight's concert. They've been working without a contract since October and want better benefits and wages. The musicians make $58,000 a year but want more than $60,000 annually. They say that's comparable to orchestras in other cities. And motorists may also notice informational pickets outside the KARE 11 studios in Golden Valley. The station's engineers, photographers, and technicians have been working without a contract since April 1st. More